The main topic here, because last night the Mandalorian trailer did drop, and what I was talking about with my daughter, by the way, the Mandalorian trailer I showed her first was not the main one. It was the one we saw last night. It was the one that dropped like a couple weeks ago. Then this came out last night. It's getting more and more into. See, are you coming around now, fucker?
What do you mean coming around? I'm in. I know it took me a
Star
while.
Wars
I wasn't in.
Celebration,
The very first trailer, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The second trailer, that's when I was in.
Okay.
Like the second trailer,
You're ready to go.
I was like, wait a minute, this is great. And this one even more.
I love
wasn't
that
the first trailer not a trailer for you guys? Didn't you see footage?
Well, yeah, they showed a trailer, but then they showed a bunch of scene, and they showed a couple other things.
And a little bit with Ken on that, it felt that there was a character that came in where I was like, but now I'm like, you know what?
But that
I'm
same
okay.
character is the entire voiceover of...
You can't tell us?
No, not that character.
Oh, Ken had a problem with Werner Herzog.
See, I've never really had... I mean, it was... No, I've never had a problem with Werner.
It was very feeling in the truck
I
doing
love it.
things.
I love
Wait,
it.
sorry. Can you not tell us who the character was that you had a
I don't
problem
want to
with?
spoil... I mean, I don't know. It's not been in any of the trailers. It was a part of the scene that was shown. Do you remember? There's like the weird... I say I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
It was John Cena.
No, but
It was John Cena.
anyway, this trailer though, it's really sizing up to be everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah,
The other thing is when you freeze frame, there is a battle droid in one of the from the Clone Wars.
The fact that you caught that is insanity.
I didn't catch it. Someone had. I saw a screenshot of it, and then when I saw the screenshot, I said, "Oh, that's got to be a flashback because they're probably something now." This is why.
Can you explain?
Yes, so there's a battle
Thank you,
from the Clone Wars. There's a battle. If we can find the actual shot itself, we can bring that up. But it's just can you look for it until Cody read a pause on it?
I can send it.
So in the Clone Wars, they had like and it's in Attack of the Clones too, where the big droids, one of the ones that fought for the what's it called? Count Dooku's
General
Separatist?
The Separatist, thank you. So it's in the trailer here. You see it briefly. One of the droids in the back, and I think it's a flashback. There's parents holding a kid and they're running, and I think that's probably the Mandalorian himself, like during the Clone War period. But it means you might see the Clone Wars in this live action show, which just furthers so much more of what we were just talking about. Like all this cool Star Wars lore could pop up that you couldn't mesh into. This is an 8-hour movie.
So you would want to see live action Clone Wars?
Yeah, I mean we saw a little bit of it in Attack of the Clones. So
Cody, I put it in the. There's a picture that I found online.
he's got it. He's got it up here. Where's the?
okay.
Okay, where that?
Remember when Natalie Portman jumps out of that like thing and she rolls around in the sand?
Yeah, I remember.
I like that part.
Yeah, so here you go. So the Mandalorian trailer 2 reveals a classic enemy from the prequels. So there's the actual. There it is, right there. So yep. And that bottom picture's from Attack of the Clones, and then
What are we pointing at?
That.
the picture on the screen.
No, the red thing in the corner. What is
the
that?
droid.
The lit up red part?
It's a gun. This is gun.
That's a gun. But do you see the actual robot right there?
Yeah, I see the droid. I just don't know why the other part
It's
is
got like
lit
a
up.
shoulder cannon.
Yeah.
That it shoots from here.
Got it.
But either way, so those people there, it seems like that might be on Mandalore, right? And
Do they always dress in red, the Mandalores?
No.
And you think the one that they're holding
is our lead character. I think it's possible. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's possible, and it would be great if you could flash back and see, like, because if you go back, he's probably around 35, 40, the character, and you go back, that's accurate time. So how cool would that be? That's why I think you're going to see so much stuff. And they already said there's a big spoiler or something that happens at the end of the first episode.
Great.
That's going to be Boba Fett.
There's a spoiler?
You think so?
I think it's going to be Boba Fett. What?
There's a spoiler
It's
that
a
happens?
reveal for the Star Wars universe that is like hasn't been answered before. So
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
calling
that's
it
what
a
I'm
spoiler.
saying. It's
So
never been
what would
answered
that
before.
mean if Boba Fett shows up?
Then he's
didn't
alive.
die in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, we didn't. Everyone thinks that he's
I
survived.
learned that.
Well, what
Absolutely.
would that mean for the future
Thank you.
Star
Well done.
Wars?
It just means you could use him again. You could probably use him in this series.
Do you know how I learned it was a Sarlacc pit when I came on Jedi Council a few weeks ago?
Look at you.
Yeah, boom.
Great questions, by the way. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, should have done that again. You only have one more shot to do it, though, buddy.
You know.
With me, anyway. So
Are you going to wear that shirt still?
this one, yeah, why not?
Diapers and bottles and Jedi Council.
I'm proud of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's funny. It's like I get traded, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm never talking about that team anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to go to that is Bryce
Interesting
Harper.
analogy.
Like they keep going. Like Bryce, how you feeling about the Nationals run of the World Series? Like happy for the team, proud of the guys. Is like, what is he gonna say? He's like, I wish I wouldn't have been traded to Philadelphia for $350 million.
Right. Well, I definitely can trade for $350. I'll tell you that much. maybe $3.50.
That's not how much SEN's paying you.
No, yeah, right. Not yet.
Bummer, man.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for the plug. Anyway,
I got you.
why am I looking at this like something's going to pop up on the fucking page?
I don't know, but this was the nicest you've treated the rundown physically.
Yeah, well, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
What?
You've taken care of it.
That's right.
Folded it
What
nice.
did you think of the overall trailer? Did you like it?
Yeah, I really liked it. I've been in on this from day one, though. I think that it's interesting because I would refer to myself as a total casual fan, even though I really love Star Wars. But I guess I'm more than a casual fan because I probably
hang out with us nerds.
Yeah, so I know more than just like a Joe Schmo, not a Schmoes know person would know. Wow, that was the most confusing way that I could have possibly phrased.
I see what you're saying, but you're getting there.
So when I watch this, I'm like, I feel like I grasp 70% of it.
Okay.
And 30% of the trailer, I'm like, I don't have any idea what's happening.
But
here.
you want to.
Yeah, but I totally want it.
And how do you? So this is the question for you. What did you think of the overall trailer?
So I'm sort of with Roxy and a little bit of Riley. Like with the first trailer I saw, I was like, all right, there was like a lot of Star Wars stuff in it. And then this,
Good analysis.
and then the next one, I was like, all right, so
Wars.
this seems like a really cool, like actiony, like hunt adventure kind of thing. I wasn't too psyched about the guy that he fights with, like the reptile head. It looked too much like Lost in Space.
Boss. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I watched Bosch on Amazon. It's a great show.
Oh, I watched Botched about the face.
Oh yeah, I'd
plastic
seen that
surgery,
too.
yeah.
Mixture of both.
Yeah, I'm upset too.
So I thought it was cool, and then you got the weapons. Then you got Werner Herzog coming in and doing like his very, I am Werner Herzog doing my mustache.
Wasn't she agree?
Yeah, wasn't you agree? So I think it's cool-ish. I still don't know what the show is particularly about.
Well, I like the
what is my
VO.
plot? Like Narcos, I get it. You're tracking down Pablo Escobar.
I like the VO in this trailer because I felt like it did explain to us,
bounty hunting.
Sorry, but bounty hunting isn't always super clear cut.
Yeah.
So we've messed up before, probably will again, but like we're after something.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
Werner Herzog's character, is an old empire. He's an old empire soldier, and they're trying to hold on as the last of the regime, kind of sitting around. And we shouldn't just assume, the audience shouldn't assume that the Mandalorian is a good guy, right? He does these missions. I think he'll eventually he'll be one. But he goes on all these missions and it's like, well, here's this mission. It pays a lot, but you're going to be working for old Empire.
So you think that the season 1 is all different people that there's bounty on that he's hunting?
No.
Or you think it's a main...
No.
I wonder what the through line is.
Yeah.
Is that where you're getting to?
I think it's more about the Empire trying to get back because a lot of the Empire has gone off into the unknown regions and have taken off, and a lot of them are on the ground. You look at what's Esposito. Not Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito. He's going to be like the main bad. He's the main. Herzog's going to be in the show for maybe an
Breaking
episode
Bad.
or two. Yeah, but we just have. But he's going to be in it for the most part. It's going to be Esposito. He's going to be the main bad.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, from the trailer, because you see way more of Werner Herzog than you do Giancarlo Esposito, they probably are saving a ton of his stuff for it.
Makes
And
sense.
I would imagine in the trailer, right? It's what they did with Watchmen. It's what they do with most TV series. Is they show a couple scenes from future episodes, but most of the stuff you see in the trailer is going to be from the pilot.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah.
I will say, like, we were watching it during Monday Night Football, and I think Amanda just tolerates my football fandom. And then the Mandalorian trailer came on, and I was like, oh, this is this new. I wonder if this is the new trailer because I didn't know there was a new trailer coming out. And man, I was like, what is that? I was like, it's a Star Wars series, and I was like, watch the trailer and let me know what you think. And it was over. So you're like, oh,
Right.
So
I super duper don't love this Monday Night Football trailer thing.
Why?
Because I'm never watching where I can hear. Every time I'm watching, I'm somewhere.
I can't watch football, especially my Steelers, where there's other people.
Yeah, so I'm typically with other people, and I have to go to the bathroom and pull it up on YouTube on my phone when it drops, which is
Gross.
annoying.
Right.
Especially bar bathrooms.
It's just
Well.
like annoying. Or even if I'm at a friend's house, nobody else cares about these things, so they're all shouting through it, and I'm like, shh,
Right.
shh, and they're like, you came over to watch football.
It was like that one time we
here's-
watched the Super Bowl, remember? And like there was a bunch of trailers that were dropping during the Super Bowl, and it was like early schmoes days. And every time a trailer dropped, you and Mark would have to run into the other room.
Yeah,
We did
that's
that for
like
3 or
me
4 years.
every time
But-
because I don't get football to my TV.
Yeah, but
the
if it's prime time, you would get
Right.
it.
Well, the Amanda situation
right,
here
right.
is that this is, if you go back in time, let's say in 2009.
I was in high school.
Fine. 2009, 2010.
Just wanted to be clear about how young I am.
And if Amanda and you were watching football and a Game of Thrones trailer popped up, most likely, she'd be like, what's this?
Yeah.
It's the job of the television show and the job of the hardcore viewer that says, holy shit, the show's good, to spread the word and to make you excited. Because if you watch that first episode of Mandalorian and then you start to go, okay, I wasn't really a Star Wars fan, but now they hook you in and you become a Star Wars fan.
The only difference is by the time that Game of Thrones came out.
The books?
No.
Oh.
But that as well, she probably already had HBO.
Sure.
So this is now not just saying, oh, you should watch this.
You should also get this service.
Right.
But that's also why they're leading with this cheap price.
But
Totally.
also, too.
It's a different ask, but yeah.
Absolutely.
But also, too, is, and I hope I don't get a ton of hate for this, I would say that a majority of the Star Wars fandom trends male. Correct?
I think I think that's changed significantly over the last 5 to 10 years.
I think if by majority you mean 51-49, like even that amount, I do think it is majority.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But it's not like
I don't know what the exact percentage is, but yeah.
Just follow me where I'm going on this. Just follow me where I'm going on this one. It trends a little more heavy male. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the Star Wars celebration is a majority male. Amanda's friends, who are female, were loving and watching Game of Thrones. I could have told her 30 times, you should watch Game of Thrones. All of her friends were watching Game of Thrones, so she jumped on. Her sister was like, you need to watch Downton Abbey. I could have said, babe, let's watch Downton Abbey. She would have fallen asleep. She needs a female influence, and I think there are a lot of women out there like that are like, oh, my friends are all watching this. I should watch this. Not her husband, who has watched every Star Wars film.
I agree with you, but the other side of that is that one of the reasons that Game of Thrones women responded to it, Daenerys, Cersei, they had strong female characters. Arya. Well, here comes Gina Carano, who's going to have a big part, right? There are there are a few different women that they're looking at. Bryce Dallas Howard is directing it, right? Mm-hmm. So once they
You all laughed at me. You all laughed at me, and now look, Gina Carano is going to be the biggest thing in the Star Wars universe.
But if they had,
you all laughed at me.
I don't think her acting ability is going to get better, but I think her action's going to get better.
I am interested to see her work in this.
Me too.
I'm interested to see it.
But
she obviously kicks butt, so that's great.
The other thing that TV is able to do that is harder to do in movies is to just keep introducing new characters. Because in movies, it's like, okay, you can do it, but once you look at Snoke, right? He's introduced for 1 or 2. Now you crap him out, and he's done in 2. And now you got to bring back the Emperor because, okay, well, I know that villain already. And Dooku was also done poorly.
Yeah.
It's like, in the first one, it's Maul. You kill him. Or cut him in half. And then Dooku. And then he's dead in the beginning of the Sith. And it's like you didn't have that
and then Grievous walks in. You're
right.
Like, huh?
And you didn't have enough of the development.
The original trilogy was 3 long TV episodes to make a 6-hour awesome TV series.
Right.
The prequels and the postquels are whatever. The sequels. Thank you. I'm an idiot.
Sequel trilogy.
I like postquels better.
Postquels. Thank you. Prequels. The prequels, like you said, are 3 standalone movies with the only through line being Anakin Skywalker.
Kind of, yeah. And there's no real protagonist in that entire prequel. Yeah.
Well, the antagonist is Sand. So.
Yeah, the antagonist for one of those movies. Yeah.
And in this one, 2 very different movies that were very standalone. Everybody, for legitimately that entire 2 years between Force Awakens and Last Jedi was like, who's Snoke? Who's Snoke? Snoke's going to be Jerry's
and her raised parents.
Yeah, everybody.
But this is
and
why.
And then Snoke was just a dude with a scar.
Why is that what your trolly kind of person sounds
I don't know.
But this is why Mandalorian, when we know, is Esposito the villain? If he is, we set him up quick, and then by the end of the first season, if they kill him off, okay, who's the new villain of season 2? I'm kind of down for. And we know that we're following the Mandalorian, and he's going to meet new characters, and there's going to be new people that we love. It's just
Easter eggs.
It reminds me of Knights of the Republic. It reminds me of the fact that I was so engaged because I was so many hours just put into it that I kept watching the galaxy get bigger.
Yeah.
So,
do you think?
Go ahead.
Do you think now that we have remnants of the Empire, and it's tying now Rise of Skywalker with, we might see some of those remnants in the unknown region and all that. You think there's any kind of stuff that will lead into Rise of Skywalker from Mandalorian? That we might get some kind of
gap?
hint.
Isn't it?
It's like
gap?
5 years after Return of the Jedi.
So probably what's it? 25? It's 30 years. No, it's 20. Is it 30 years?
I think
in between?
it's 30 years.
So it's 25 years before.
So what could they do in Mandalorian that would lead into Rise of Skywalker?
That's what I'm wondering, because in the game Battlefront 2, there's
Resistance.
The Emperor has that contingency plan, right? And he's in the robot kind of thing, and he
the start of the Resistance could start to happen. There could be.
So you don't mean actual
plot points.
from A to B. You
No.
mean A to Z and like fill it in.
Just things
Like a
that happen.
setup.
Yeah, just things that had happened in Mandalorian. And then you go, oh, look at that. Because I also don't think there's enough time from when they were shooting to when Mandalorian was shooting. They could say,
Do you
oh,
think
hey,
they're
give
even
me that.
aware? Do you
Yeah,
think the
I
people
do.
who shot Mandalorian even know have seen the script for Rise of Skywalker?
Yes.
Yeah.
By the time they
Filoni
started
and
shooting?
Favreau.
Dave Filoni definitely saw
By
it.
the
Now,
time they
opposite-
started Mandalorian,
Yes,
you
now-
think that they had already seen Rise of Skywalker?
Of course, they were
seen
like,
it, I don't
rewriting
know,
it.
but seen
The script and knew,
like,
okay.
yeah. But now, flip side of that is how much does JJ, if any, know anything about Mandalorian? But I think that him and Favreau are in some kind of talks because it does look like the ghost pops up into that one scene.
They're in cahoots.
So I don't know.
in Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen an interview with Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's amazing, right? And so I'm going to pull like a total Hollywood
I met him once
thing.
at Comic-Con. He was incredible.
Yeah. So I got to interview him. I think for that show, was it Under the Dome he was in?
It was an excellent show.
Was he in that show?
He's in Revolution.
Maybe?
Revolution.
Oh, I was gonna
That's
say,
what
I
it
don't
was.
remember him.
Thank you.
He's Revolution.
And I said to him, one of my interview questions is like, do you feel like you have to be very, very nice in all interviews because you played the greatest villain in the history of TV? And he goes, absolutely.
That's great.
It's great.
All right, let's move on. I know the Star Wars news is everywhere, but trust me, Ken and I will be talking about this.